आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, 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 मोरी विपदा दूर करो, मोरी विपदा, मोरी विपदा दूर करो, मोरी विपदा दूर करो, आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, आज मोरी लाज, मोरी लाज, मोरी लाज, आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, मोरी लाज, मोरी लाज, मोरी लाज रखली जो, आज आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, आज मोरी लाज, मोरी लाज, मोरी लाज, आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, मोरी लाज रखली जो, मोरी लाज, आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, मोरी लाज, मोरी लाज रखली जो, आज मोरी लाज रखली जो, मोरी लाज, गौरी नंदन हे दुःख भंग
राग यमन।
Jai Shri Mataji. And welcome everyone to this evening's UK meditation. Tonight we celebrate our most treasured gift, that of our innocence. Innocence is the driving force of the whole universe. To be innocent is to be one with the whole, to have attention only on the whole, to desire and act only for the benevolence of the whole, not on any separate individual agenda. Each and every cell and each and every component in any organism, any healthy organism is innocent. Because it never acts against the organism, it can only serve the whole. If it starts to act or reproduce independently for its own ends, it's considered as cancerous, becomes self-destructive. Because if the organism dies, it too dies with it. So it's the same with Mother Earth. We talk about the perfect balance of nature. We're really talking about innocence. All the animals, all the plants, all the elements working in perfect coordination to maintain the balance of all aspects of God's creation, of the climate, of populations, of living and working together for the mutual benefit of the whole earth. Only man, with his ego or superego, disrupts this balance. He either enacts his own will for personal gain or greed, or becomes subservient to another will that works against the whole. And when innocence is covered up and gives way to self-serving actions or desires, the balance is lost. Sri Ganesha, you are the guardian, as well as the embodiment of innocence. You only know your mother, who is the supreme source of all creation. And everything you do is for her only. Thus you become the sustainer of her creation. Greed and lust are unknown to you, because you desire only the benevolence of the whole universe and of all the children of your mother. The whole of creation began with innocence and will finish in the same way. Sri Ganesha, we bow to you again and again. Please fully awaken our innocence, which can never die. And please give us wisdom to respect and cherish our innocence, so that through you, by our mother's grace, we are no more the drops, but we become the ocean. Sri Ganesha's mantra 4 times. One for each petal of the Muladhara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We'll meditate in silence a few moments on this powerful mantra. With our attention fully in Sasvara, may all of our thoughts dissolve into the divine bliss. And let us stay in meditation while we listen to these words from the book of Adi Shakti, Mother's words about the functioning of the Muladhara chakra. Mother, we thank you for blessing us with this pure knowledge. The divine power, pranava, is transformed by Sri Ganesha into the ocean of holiness. And the waves spread along the petals of the Muladhara chakra. A person who is much higher in the state of God realization has a very evolved formation to the pattern of his Muladhara chakra, which itself acts like a very highly evolved and living organism. The living petals of the chakra have arrow-like lines which appear like small ripples Gradually, they grow with the increased purity of the seeker. It is an identification with a sense of dignity, of chastity, of the seeker through many lives. These arrow-like patterns catch in their folds the pranava that flows down from the head of a realized soul as grace. And although such a person may not be an artist, he develops an innate sense to enjoy art because of its absolute aesthetic values. They form a network of catchment area in 4 directions. The analysis of each person's state is done by Sri Ganesha himself, who is the judge of all our actions. The first petal, which points downward, has 3 such arrows. The first expresses the harmony the seeker enjoys. The second expresses the sense of balance. The third expresses the sensitivity of the seeker to innocence. And becoming virtuous, he abhors sinful acts and exhibitions. All these 3 arrows are fully developed by the innocence and chastity of the seeker in complete dedication to Sri Ganesha. The seeker has been steadied, and by his grace has Sri Ganesha awakened in him and achieves his ascent by doing appropriate self-cultivating penances. This form of penance is done under the guidance of a God-realized guru after self-realization, when all the patterns get threaded together. By this new achievement, the seeker feels an identification with the joy of creation. The second petal, which points towards the left of the subject, also has 3 patterns of waves. By the first one achieves complete mastery over evil enticement. By the second, the temptations within oneself are overcome. This suggests that the seeker can expel possessing spirits or spirits who hover over other fellow beings. By the third, when developed, one is given the power of spontaneous victory over overpowering disembodied spirits who possess others. A possessed person shakes involuntarily merely at the darshan of a realized soul. When these are threaded into one integrated manifestation, one feels the complete glory of one's own majesty and divinity. Its effects are evident in the humble, confident personality of one's own divinity. The third petal, which points to the right of the subject, also has 3 patterns of ripples appearing simultaneously or one after another. By the first, one develops humility to God, or shraddha. By the second, one develops wisdom. By the third, one becomes one with knowledge. When all these 3 are threaded together into one integrated expression or manifestation, one feels total awareness and the witnessing power. It is as if the door to the inner being is unlocked, and he understands the essence of the scriptures and the truth behind great lives. Whatever he wants to know, he just has to turn his attention to that subject. He swims with great joy in the divine current. which is the source of all true religions. In short, his intuition gets identified with rationality. The fourth and final petal, that faces upwards, also has three patterns as waves. The first gives the seeker fearlessness because of the essence of security caught by its fold. The second makes the seeker aware of collective consciousness. The third grants the power of Dharma. When these qualities are fully developed, the individual assumes complete identification with sustenance or religion within. When threaded together, these elements give one a dynamic personality by which one experiences the nectar of existence, Amrita. Such a personality is fearless and never commits sin, but acts as an instrument of the divine. His every movement and action adds to the universal music of love, however it may appear wrong to ignorant people. He is like a player in the divine orchestra, composed of evolved Saji-yogis who are trained and competent to follow the instructions of the great conductor, who is invisible to the audience. This is the reason why many saints have suffered and were mocked by the blind societies into which they were born. Now, with the advent of Sahaja Yoga, this detrimental blindness to the progress of evolution can be greatly minimized. We will hear now two short poems by William Blake from the Songs of Innocence. Infant joy. I have no name. I am but 2 days old. What shall I call thee? I happy am. Joy is my name. Sweet joy befall thee. Pretty joy, sweet joy, but 2 days old. Sweet joy I call thee. Thou dost smile, I sing the while. Sweet joy befall thee. Spring. Sound the flute, now it's mute. Birds delight, day and night. Nightingale in the dale. Lark in sky. Merrily, merrily, merrily to welcome in the year. Little boy full of joy. Little girl sweet and small. Cock does crow, so do you. Merry voice, infant noise. Merrily, merrily to welcome in the year. Little lamb, here I am. Come and lick my white neck. Let me pull your soft wool. Let me kiss your soft face. Merrily, merrily, we welcome in the year. from Sri Ganesha Puja in Kabela, 1993, we will hear the last portion of Mother's Puja talk. And then we'll leave it running to watch the children washing Mother's feet with all the powerful vibrations that entails. Jai Shri Mataji.
Now for the other Sajogis who are grown up and who are very mature. They are very innocent, I must say. I must admit that they are very innocent compared to the society that is around, no doubt. One has to really admire the way they have become so innocent, the way they are understanding this divine music and all that is really creditable. But still, this innocence, if it is not spread, if this innocence doesn't work out, then it will rust. You will not grow. Your IQ will be less than the others, I can tell you this. They are growing in materialism, all right. Their IQ is growing in materialism. But your IQ will not grow unless and until you spread this innocence around. Now you know how to do it. It is the power of Kundalini with the help of Sri Ganesh. He helps you at every chakra. I have written that he is the Vice Chancellor of every university where he has to stamp. He is at every point. But you have to understand that this has to spread. It has to become collective. It has to flow. So, to become that, what should we do ourselves? That we should try to organize programs. While people will be enamored by your innocence, no doubt, they'll be surprised, how are you so innocent? How can you be so nice in these modern times? No doubt about it. But in that, doing that so, try to be innocent yourself. You should not be cunning, you should not be smart. You should not try to show that you are very brilliant or anything. Because the ego might in between come and try to put ideas into your head. It's better to show that you are innocent and to be innocent inside. The whole inner being can be really charged with the energy of Sri Ganesh, no doubt. And the outer life becomes innocent. Becomes innocent. I don't know banking, I don't know money, I am quite bad at everything, all right, at worldly things. But I'm not cunning, I'm not sort of smart, as you can see. But still things are working out because of the inner power that one has. So depend on your inner power and manifest it outside. Inner being, which is Ganesha, is the same in all of us. The whole system is the same in all of us. Chakras are the same in all of us. Only thing, we have to keep our innocence absolutely free of all this worldly nonsense like a fashion, this, that. Immediately you will find that your being will manifest. Being will manifest. Now just think of a simple thing like that. I am an Indian. And nobody knows me. But whenever I have my lecture, I have at least 5,000 to 6,000 people. How? How do they come to my lecture like that? Anywhere in the whole world, minimum. Sometimes even much more. What's so special? So when handling the people, we are Sajogis, we are saints. We have to talk to them like saints. We have to behave like saints. And they should in no way feel that we are cunning or we are interested in something else. So, once you start doing that, flowing your innocence, all the gods and goddesses will help you. Your creativity will be 1,000 times more than now. Everybody has to think how we are going to spread it. Like I was happy to know that in America, of all the places, they have got hold of the senators. Very good at it. Let us see if it works. So we have to find out all the ways and methods and all the styles which will behove a saint, not a politician or these days, of course, all the sports people are heroes. If you want to become a hero, you become a sportsman. Not like that, but like a saint. And saintliness is respected, whatever may be the situation. Whatever may be the situation. Whosoever may be facing. Recently, when I was in Kiev, the leader's wife told me that, Mother, we had that old car of yours which we sold. We got so much money that we could buy a new car. Then we went to the factory to buy the new car. And they bought it. So outside the factory there's a mafia. Nowadays I think the Sicilians have reached there. So the mafia was standing outside. And they said, you have to pay so much money to us, in thousands. So they said, we have no money. Why? What do you do? This was his wife. She said, we meditate. Really? So you have no money? No. What about your children? They also meditate. She so innocently she was talking to them. They said that we saw their faces melting down. They said, all right, go. They forgot that they were supposed to get money out of that. Or they take the car. They confiscate the car or take the money. They said, all right, go. They told me this story. So, your simplicity always helps you. Your innocence always helps you. And it has such an impact, such an impact. I tell you that a personality, what we call in Sanskrit is a vigraha. Vigraha means a personality which has a coefficients. The person who is innocent has such a great coefficients that it can charm anybody. But first and foremost thing, that we have to be innocent. Not to so much worry about money, not to count everything, not to worry about food. But this is not to be done with deliberations, but innocence. Where you sleep, what you do is not important to a saint. It lives the way one has to live. Because his nourishing point is innocence. And he doesn't get angry, he doesn't shout at people, nothing. Of course, at bhoots it may be that he has to shout like Christ did, but otherwise he is a very peaceful, joyous, happy, humorous person. So today at this puja, I would bless you with all the qualities of Sri Ganesha, except for his anger. May God bless you.
Sri Ganesha's mantra. Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tatvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshat Atmasi Nityam Rutam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Ava Tvamam Ava Vaktaram Ava Shrotaram Ava Dataram Ava Dhataram Ava Nuchanam Ava Shisham Ava Paschatat Ava Purastat Avo Taratat Ava Dakshinatat Ava Chorduatat Ava Daratat Sarvatomam Pahi Pahi Samantat Tvam Van Maya Svam Chin Maya Tvam Ananda Mayas Tvam Brahma Maya Tvam Sachitananda Dvityosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnana Mayo Vijnana Mayosi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvato Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvatasti Stati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvahi Layameshyati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvahi Pratyati Tvam Bhumi Rapo Nalo Nilo Naba Tvam Chatvari Vakpadani Tvam Guna Trayatita Tvam Deha Trayatita Tvam Kala Trayatita Tvam Muladhara Sthityosi Nityam Tvam Shakti Trayatmaka Tvam Yogino Dhyayanti Nityam Tvam Brahma, Tvam Vishnus, Tvam Rudras, Tvam Indras, Tvam Agnis, Tvam Vayus, Tvam Suryas, Tvam Chandramas, Tvam Brahma Bhurbhuva Swaram, Ganadim Purvam Acharya Varnadim Taranantaram, Anushvara Paratara, Ardenulasitam Tarena Rudatam, Etatava Manushvarupam, Kapara Murvarupam, Akaro Madhyama Rupam, Anushvaras Jantyarupam, Binduruttara Rupam, Nada Sandanam Sanita Sandhi, Saisha Ganesha Vidya, Ganaka Rishi, Nitrut Gayatri Chanda, Ganapatir Devatam, Om Gyam Ganapataye Namaha, Ekadantaya Vidmahe, Vakratundaya Dhimahi, Tano Danti Prachodayat, Ekadantam Chaturastam Pashamankush Dharinam, Radam Cha Varadam Hastai Bibranam Mushak Dvajam, Raktam Lambodaram Surpa Karnakam Rakta Vasasam Rakta Gandhanuliptam Gam Rakta Puspahi Supujitam Bhaktanu Kampinam Devam Jagat Karanamachyutam Avirbhutam Cha Susidhyau Prakrute Purushat Param Evam Dhyayatiyo Nityam Sa Yogi Yoginam Vara Namo Vratapataye, Namo Ganapataye, Nama Pramatapataye, Namaste Astu Lambodaraya, Ekadantaya Vijnanashine, Shiva Sutaya, Shri Varadamurtaye Namaha, Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Ganesh Tuti.
SYUKTAM नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे। सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो
We will meditate in silence for 10 or 15 minutes. Sri Ganesha, collectively we vow we are going to be worthy of your attention. Please make us innocent so that we are in your attention. Sri Mataji, you who are Sri Ganesha, please give us wisdom and discrimination. Let our innocence spread far and wide through this wisdom and discrimination, through our desire, through our vibrations, through our example of our actions and words, through our meditations, through our compassion, through our generosity of spirit, and through the waves of pure love shared by all of our brothers and sisters at the lotus feet of our Divine Mother. Sri Mataji's three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. 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 Collectively, we can raise our kundalinis and put ourselves in bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. My sincerest and humblest thanks to all who have participated tonight. And above all to Sri Ganesha. Those who would like to stay in meditation together a little longer, play a little bit more music. And I'll say good night and have a very, very beautiful evening.
Holy Virgin, clad in purest white, unlock heaven's golden gates and issue forth awake the dawn that sleeps in heaven. Let light rise from the chambers of the east. Bring the honey dew that cometh on waking day. O radiant morning, salute the sun. Rise like a huntsman to the chase, and with thy buskined feet appear upon our hills, appear upon our hills, appear upon our hills. मनोभोद्यहङ्कार चेतानेनाहम् न चाश्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिन तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूप चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादम् न चोपस्तपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहम्